So we're going to learn something where we combine GCF and distributed property. So the two things that we've been working on for the past couple weeks, we're now putting them together. Okay, so there's three steps really that you're going to use to solve this. The first step is to find the greatest common factor of the given numbers. Okay, so find the GCF of the given numbers. Okay, so we have to find the GCF. So the problem is rewrite the sum of 12 plus 16 using the distributed property in GCF. Okay, so they're always going to tell you to use distributed property and GCF if they want you to solve it that way. Okay, so we have to find the GCF of 12 and 16. Okay, so just like we normally would when we have two numbers, is break them down. So we have 12, and then we have to break it down. We have to break it down into the prime numbers. So remember, and I'll even add the text box over here for us. Remember, it's 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. Those are the numbers that we want to deal with when we are circling our prime numbers, because these are our prime. These are some of our prime numbers over here, okay? Some of them, not all, some, okay? So my goal is to have these in my multiplication that I use to get 12. So I'm going to say 3 times 4. So I have 3 and 4. Okay, and then these are the numbers I circle, and I see a 3, so I'm going to circle my 3. Okay, I do not see 4 over there, so that means I can break it down. So I break down 4, and 4 is 2 times 2, so I have a 2 and a 2. Okay, I see 2 over there, so I'm circling it. I'm circling the other 2. So now I have to break down 16. Okay, 16. Where's my 6? There it is. Oops, I already put a 6. Ooh. 16. I'm going to break it down. Okay, I'm going to break it down. I'm going to move it over just a little bit so I can break it down. 4 times 4 is what I'm going to pick. If you pick 2 times 8, more power to you. That's fine. I do 4 and 4. And I had broken down 4 already over here, so I know that my 4 breaks down to 2 and 2. And then I got to break it down again to 2 and 2. And I got to circle my 2's because those are my prime numbers. So circle, 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 circle. And let's fix this circle. Make sure it's on 2. Okay. So now all my apples are done. I have no numbers that I have to break down anymore. So now I'm going to list my prime factorization. I list the numbers from least to greatest of the ones I circled. So 2 times 2 times 3. For 16, I'm going to do 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, I match my socks, so I match my 2's. And I'm going to match another set of 2's. And looking here, I only have a 3 on top. I don't have any below, so I don't have any more socks to match. Drag my bar over because I don't want to see those anymore. So now I gotta sit here and think, okay, the numbers that I circled is 2 times 2. So 2 times 2 equals 4. So my GCF is 4, and that's very important to remember. We have to remember that because now we're going into step 2. Step 2 is where this 4 is going to come into play. So let's go to step 2. After we have step 2, you're going to rewrite each number as the product of the GCF and another number. And you're probably thinking, what does that mean? Okay, so I tell you to put a box around the original problem that they give you, and I tell you to put the GCF on the outside of the box. So our GCF was 4. So I put 4 on the outside of the box. Okay, so now you have to ask yourself here. This is where is very important. You have to do 4 times. You're doing 4 times what gives you 12. So you have to sit here and think, 4 times what gives me 12? 4, 8, 12, 3. Okay, so I put my 3 up here. 4 times what gives me 16? So I'm thinking to myself, 4, 8, 12, 16. So 4. So I put 4 up here. Okay, so that's what that means. All it's asking you to do is to use your GCF and come up with a number that will give you the product of the number they gave you in the original problem. So 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 4 is 16. And then the last step, okay, is to use the distributed property to rewrite the two numbers as a product of the GCF and the sum of the others. Okay, all that means is you're taking these two numbers that you put up on top and your GCF and putting it outside the parentheses. So you're going to put a 4 parentheses 3 plus 4 because you have a 4 outside the parentheses. Okay, that's your GCF. Then this box represents the parentheses, and the 3 and the 4 are what you had factored out. So that's what goes inside the parentheses. So the 3 gets brought down, the 4 gets brought down, the plus gets brought down. Okay, and that's all you have to do. There's 3 steps. GCF, then you got to factor out what gives you that GCF times a number to get you the number in the original problem, and put those two numbers in parentheses. That's all you have to do. It's going to take us some time, but we're going to get through it, just like how GCF became easier for some of you as you kept practicing. Okay, hopefully this helps.